Africa.
Hello and welcome to Talk New York. Once again, we are back, our Girl Talk Roundtable. Happy New Year to you. I have Magdalene Friedman. Sorry, I used Peters. I should have used Friedman, so I corrected myself. Okay. Gifty Esiedu is here, and we have Ann Alford. Well, girls, we're going to dig in. 1998 is gone. We are now in 99. We're heading towards the millennium. I'm sure there's something that we wanted to do different this year. You may have started, haven't. Let's hear it. What are
well, one of the things that I've always wanted to do, and I've kept putting it off for years, I've always wanted to adopt, a child through one of the organizations and
that you see on television.
That I see on TV.
You know what bothers me about that organization? But you know what bothers me about that organization? Those organizations that we see on television portraying these sick, poor children for third world countries.
Horrible pictures.
I mean, you will see a very well-dressed star, celebrity, whoever, with a huge diamond around the neck or some expensive necklace, and they're asking you to send in 75 cents a day. I just don't get it. These people are getting paid. I mean, the necklace alone will take care of all those kids over there. So I really find it very, very hard to get involved. But so that's very good of you.
I know, but it's something that I've always wanted to do. I mean, it's true. You can go to church, you can do whatever, and doesn't necessarily mean that the organization is, hopefully they're upstanding organization, but you have to do it for yourself. And as long as I know that I've made that commitment, then I feel happy. If it's misused, one of the reasons why I have not done this is because I was skeptical, and I felt, well, is my money going to be funneled for the purpose that I intended to be? You wonder, what are they going to really do for my with this money? Is some needy child getting the help that he or she needs?
So you want to help them.
Person getting rich and buying more earrings and stuff.
But at some point, you make decisions. You make commitments.
Actually, I don't want to pick on anybody, but I saw Elizabeth Doe, and her pearls were great, and I was like, I don't know. I don't find her. I know.
Is that all? That's all?
That's the major thing, commitment that I want to make this year. Something I've wanted to do for many years. I've thought about it, and I said, it comes to a point in your life, just do it. It's something I would make me.
That's all.
That's very nice.
What about you?
Well, basically, I just had a child about 16 months ago, and I had a C-section. I went through an experience that, of course, I'm not going to share here, but I feel God has given me a second chance, and I really, really need to get closer to God and also to get to know myself better. All my life, I've sacrificed my life to others, but this is the time for me to sacrifice myself for myself, and also to spend time with the children that God has given me. And
you two are full of yourself, making all of us going to this vanity about, well, this new year I want to lose 25 pounds. You can look so nice. Than that stuff about, I want to adopt and I want to be close to God. Please, let's hear something.
No, but she looks so nice for someone with a baby. Well, it's good to be here. It's 1999. I thank Jehovah. Just like she said, He is the ultimate, and we need to praise Him. But things I would like to change this year would be to educate my community. So my community in return can educate me and help me to give me the help and support I need to cope with all the struggles in life. And also another thing that I could have done was to stop the vicious rumors that go around about my health and well-being, and I don't believe it's true. And for people to give unto others as what they will want others to do unto them.
Okay, well, like you said, you are all full of yourself.
What would you like to change?
What would I like to change? I am fighting this weight head with my everything. I go to the gym and I'm exercising, and I know that's what people do. This is for a lifetime. I want to just calm down this year, and then next year get pregnant. Right back where I started.
Okay, that's nice.
No, I don't know. I think that I really didn't make any resolution for obvious reasons, because if I've known last year that within 2 months I was going to suffer that tragedy, my life would have been totally different. So I don't believe in really setting any goals. I just believe in living every day to the fullest. If I go tomorrow, at least I know I did what I had to do. And so that's how I see life in general right now. Okay, that is interesting.
That's nice.
Let's look at
everybody looks good.
It was in the news that there's going to be a legislature pass or legislation pass to propose cell phone use while driving. It will be against using your cell phone while you are driving. I drive, and I think it's a great idea. I think it's long overdue. I think if you are driving and you want to talk, pull over the shoulder and dial the number, finish talking, and continue. I mean, I have somebody almost killed me in Connecticut because he was talking, didn't know where he was going. And people have lost their lives to such carelessness. So I think it's a great idea.
I agree with you.
Absolutely.
I mean, driving is a very serious type of activity. You should be focused, because once you make a mistake, there may not be a second chance. So, you can always, dial someone on the phone, but if you kill someone, that's it, or yourself.
And I've experienced the same thing that you have, because I also drive, and I almost got killed the same way. Somebody's on their cell phone, they're busy, they're preoccupied, and they lose concentration. And like she said, once you lose that, move, or you make that mistake, I mean, it's not just your life, other people's lives are in danger.
But I thought that cell phone is for a purpose, like for emergency, or people need it. Maybe the ones that overuse it or misuse it for that purpose.
So what are you saying, that during emergencies, even if you're driving,
if you have an emergency, you will,
Well, even pull over and make your call.
What if you are not in a place where there is a
Then you have to wait, because other people's lives are in danger.
That's right.
Regardless of what your emergencies are, you need to be considerate of other people.
So what are
she's
the...
not saying to not use the phone. She's saying you have to pull over. If it means driving an extra mile, or putting your signal on to wait, you need to do that.
Well, what is the community doing in order to, draw more awareness to that? Because some people use it as a way to like show off. So because that's the only reason, because if you use it for emergency purposes, you don't have to stay long because it's expensive.
Right.
But you can't monitor people's use of cell phones. That you cannot do. I mean, the only way is to ban or to make it illegal.
Right.
To use it.
Like the seatbelt type thing while you're
like
driving.
speeding
Or
That's a nice campaign.
Right. This is interesting, because I was driving. I was going to the gym one evening, and this guy was just coming into my lane, and I was against the wall. I was in the fast lane, right against the wall. There was very little shoulder. Then the guy kept coming, and I keep honking my horn, and there was a big truck right behind me. And then finally, I slammed on my brakes. Thank God there was nobody too close to me, so he got in there, and the guy didn't even stop to say sorry or anything. I chased him for 4 miles.
He was
so I pulled him over.
I know.
And then when I pulled him over,
He
came on, white people, he
he
just came in, oh, I'm very sorry, I almost killed you. And you know what I was saying? My car! You almost destroyed my car! And the guy was like, I almost killed you. I said, yeah, you also have family. You were going to die too. But my car, you almost destroyed. But no, I think the cell phone use should be curbed some way. Because well, finally, girls, let's get energy here. Let's wipe our brow, because the impeachment trial is over.
Thank God.
Yay! We can go back to watching soap operas where it's made up and it's not true.
Good point, y'all. Good point.
I have to say this, because I think the American people should be grateful to the theater that we've been treated to since I came to this country. Every 2 years we get some scandal in Washington. It's free. You know, you watch it on C-SPAN. It's our tax money is really doing work. It's doing work. I mean, hey, if we go to Broadway, you pay for it. This is free.
Right. This is free.
So these people give us theater free of charge every 2 years. We have Clarence Thomas, Peckwood, and
it was OJ 2 years ago.
Well, OJ, we didn't pay him to do anything. That's another different story. The private sector has to deal with that. But these people who are in Washington, they give us this comedy show every so often that runs into months and stuff. But finally, this one is over, which we're going to miss Monica seeing that face.
Oh, I'm so sorry to see her go.
Oh, poor Monica.
No, she's going to make it. She's going to make it. Trust me, in Hollywood. Yeah.
She's a movie star.
Anyway, we heard her speak last week. What did you think about her as a person?
Speech?
Yeah. Her demeanor as a person. Did she appear to you as this?
As a victim?
As
she's been
portrayed?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just a step for her to, if she's smart enough, to make big bucks.
Make more money. Yes. Exactly.
What was your impression?
I mean, initially I saw her as a bimbo, you know, but watching her speak, she's a very articulate, very intelligent, well-presented, you know, person. I mean,
was that your impression?
That was mine. She's very articulate, very confident, very poised. You know, she's no dummy. Well, to do the president, you can't be a dummy.
I actually saw her differently. I mean, I had a friend of mine called me when she came on the TV and said, yeah, Clinton needs some whipping. I said, why would he waste the whole country's time on this person? Look at her. She's not that.
Physically, she's not beautiful.
And then she went on to say,
she
went on to say,
you think she's beautiful?
Yeah, everybody has a beautiful
She's okay. She's not like,
beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Right.
I don't find her attractive, but in terms of intelligence, she was, you know, she presented herself.
But didn't she appear like she had no shame? Like, I could not sit there and say, what do you mean about, you know, she appeared to me like she didn't
She was very
she was responding to questions that she was being asked.
It was almost like she wasn't even talking about herself.
Like a robot.
It was exactly. She was removing herself from herself in the situation.
And that came out as
it could be anyone.
Obviously.
I mean,
it's under the law.
Exactly.
Yeah. The public eye is on her, so she has to detach herself in order to respond to the questions. I mean,
she was very good at it.
That's her way of coping with what's going on.
Really?
Well, finally it's over, and apparently she's going to have an interview with Barbara Walters.
Look at that.
Which I don't know if we care anymore now that we heard her speak.
That's true.
We sort of know what she has to say, how she sound like. Unless, of course, knowing Barbara, she can get us juicy details. Who took off the pants first, and who did what first, and how, you know,
why she left the stain in a dress for 3 years.
For 3 years.
To me.
She may talk about how the president, how well endowed he is. Be honest.
You people, I don't think she's going to go that far.
You never know.
She respects him.
She respects
No, but if you listen to the way she spoke the second time around, she didn't like victimize the president as everybody thought she did before. She protected him this time.
She should have done that.
She answered the questions she was asked. Now that impeachment is over, she may come out and be very honest. This is a girl who believed that the president was going to leave his wife and marry her something.
No, I don't think so.
Well, that's what she thought.
No, it's a lie. Did she say that? No.
She doesn't have to directly come out and say it, but that was her belief. She's so grandiose that she actually thought that that's what he was going to do.
No, most single girls who date married men, they know they are mistresses. They must be dumb to think that the men are going to leave their wives for them.
It doesn't always apply.
No, I think she
No, but in that case, Monica would never think that she was going to be the first lady.
That's when grandiosity comes in. Because
well, what would you do if, I mean, that's an interesting point. What would you do if Monica became the first lady?
She would never be a first lady. President Clinton is not that dumb. They were hiding.
Come on.
They were hiding. The relationship was under the table.
I don't want my wife anymore. This girl can take cigars
it's not going to happen that way.
She
People have different relationships. Sometimes I marry this woman for public eye view. I have my little something in the corner there that gives me the satisfaction.
And you accept that?
But that's the norm, right? That's what
not,
Well, the immoral society accepted that way.
Well, and maybe it's
Well, I mean, but you are just writing it off like this is something that can never happen.
It's because you people can still took it from under the table and made it public, but
Right.
this is everyday life. It's a
No,
typical
but I'm saying that
day
you
in a
are all
marital
acting like it
situation.
can never happen, that he
yeah,
can
it's
never
possible.
marry
It's
her.
possible.
It's
I mean,
not-
who
it
thought
can
it was
never
possible
happen.
for him to
It's
be
been
banging this
instances
girl
where
in the
people have
Oval
left
Office?
it.
No, if he was going to marry that girl,
I don't think-
they would have chosen a better spot to have their relationship, to have the
Doesn't
sex.
mean anything.
No,
I
I'm
don't think
telling
that had
you,
anything
you
to do
won't
with it.
do me on a table
Why not?
for 5 minutes
Let me
and then
say-
make me believe
You
you're
know
going
how
to marry me.
romantic
No.
that is?
No, it's not.
They had kids.
It's not. The candlelight.
Do you know how romantic that is? When
I know
when
that
he's
that's
doing it and the phone goes off and the thing is standing up and he has to run and get it.
Please, if you respect me that much and you
It has
tell
nothing to
me
do
you're
with
going to make
respect.
me your wife to be, trust me, we will have getaways. Like, no, true.
Get away to where?
Somewhere we meet.
Get away with his wife. He goes to Camp
No,
David.
he will send me ahead to
Get up and
Paris
do
or
what you're saying
somewhere.
about the
and
president of the
Like,
United
the
States.
security is so tight that he can't get away. So
how did he manage to do it
She
under
wanted
tight
it. She wanted
security?
it, yeah.
She works there.
Exactly. That's how she was able to be with him.
There was
bringing
a
him
president that had
documents.
a relationship with somebody, but they said the person was in another country, right? He sends his main person to send the person ahead of time, and then once he goes,
What country was
it
this?
was in
Maybe African country?
It's not an African country.
Where?
It was in the United States.
Where?
When we come back the
Which
next, I'll tell
president?
you.
To be continued.
I'll
All right.
That's a cute. Let's move on.
I'll tell you when we
Now we
come
have Linda Tripp. Miss Tripp right here in New York Times in color. Okay, she's in color. Apparently, Linda Tripp is asking for financial help to pay
She
her
has
legal
a lot
bills.
of
She does. She has.
She has a
She
lot of
has.
I have collected 5 cents, and I'm
Oh, you're
collecting
doing
my-
good because I'm
yes.
collecting nothing.
She would not even get a penny
Please,
from
get all your pennies and bring it all.
I'll throw 'em
The
at her.
audience, please. Linda needs money. She says, listen to this. She says she was doing her civil duty when she decided to report this, to record. And also, she sees Monica as her own child, and she felt this was tough love for a child who has strayed.
Sorry, Linda.
For you parents out here, would you do this to your
No,
child?
please. Of course
I
not.
feel sorry for her. She needs to get a life and leave us alone. She will not get
Exactly.
a penny from me.
She wouldn't get a
You
penny.
guys are cold.
I
We're
know,
cold.
I know,
That's
I know.
that's reality.
I mean,
Okay?
5 cents
Whoever
shouldn't
subpoenaed
cost
her
you
to
much.
do that, she has to go back to them to give her the support. Maybe some charitable organization might come in to help her.
Well, help her face get another facelift there from that picture. She was horrible. I'm sorry, Linda, but you know, you're looking pretty tough.
All that bad.
Wow.
know.
This woman has gotten herself into trouble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No love
Well,
lost
let's
there.
move on and get rid of this Clinton thing. But there was one thing: Paula Jones's sexual harassment thing was finally settled for $800,000. But before, after the case was settled, Clinton has gone to Arkansas because there was a hurricane or some
Right,
storm or
hurricane,
whatever.
tornado,
Guess
I
who
think it
was in the
Oh, yeah.
audience?
Yes,
Paula Jones.
Paula Jones.
I
Coincidentally,
mean, this is a guy who tried to rape you or whatever it is that he wanted to do to you. Why would you be anywhere near him?
You stay away further, right?
right? Exactly.
She's attracted to the guy, maybe.
Yeah. It sounds more like it.
Yeah.
She enjoys the attention.
But then again, they said that the money, the $800,000 actually came from a blind trust that Hillary has. Actually, I think it's kept by the both of them, but you know, throughout the marriage, she had made the most money. And now they're going to use that trust to pay Paula Jones $800,000. And I throw the question back at you. Would you pay money, your money, to get your husband out of a bind if he cheated, if you know he cheated on you? Would you do that?
With those puppy eyes.
Would you?
When he comes with those puppy eyes, and I know, especially for him in that particular status, she needs to bail him out because she will not have another choice of husband anywhere
What about
else.
if it was a regular husband?
If it was a regular husband, okay. And then we roll up the sleeves.
Would you bail your husband out?
Will I bail my husband out? It depends on how the thing came to light. Sometimes we the women have to really do the investigation to find out if my husband is really cheating. But if he knows he did wrong,
if it was your
no, but he
husband,
did wrong. I'm sure he went to the wife to tell the wife to apologize and begged for forgiveness. For that woman to dip in her hands
he
into
lied
the
like a dog.
No, but
to everything. The woman was on
maybe the
TV.
woman knew. Maybe the woman knew,
didn't
but she
know.
had to do
I
the
don't think she
cover
knew.
up. That's what
I think
people
she found out
believe.
when we all found out. But would you pay? So you're saying that in her position, if you were in that position, you would pay. But if your husband was a
If I was the
dog,
first lady,
you
I
wouldn't give
would
a crap
pay.
about that.
But if he was just John Douglas, John Douglas from the neighborhood, hell no.
You probably even manicure his stuff like that.
Yes.
What about you? Would you
In
pay?
this case, I have to agree with Magda. Okay, I mean, if it were a regular husband, of course not. But in the sense that, you know, we're both in the public eye, I would just...
Well, that's discrimination, though. So all the men out there, if you want to cheat, become a president. You know, because your wives will help you out.
No, they're not going to get away with it.
What do you say?
First of all, because we're both in the public eye, it affects us. You know, so...
Who gives the crap? Did you
do,
ask
I
him
do.
to go and cheat?
I didn't ask him to cheat, but she also has to look at herself in terms of what she's not doing for him to cheat on her. Okay?
Oh, I hate that. I hate that when people say that. I really do. She didn't do anything.
Okay.
The man has a problem.
So that's why when you
The
marry
man
them,
has a problem. He didn't. She did
If
not
a
do
partner
anything.
cheats, that's a problem between both people.
Exactly.
Okay? It just doesn't happen. There's something in the relationship that is not right. It needs to be investigated. It needs to be looked at, and you both need to take responsibility.
But people don't care about relationship anymore. Listen to the sound of the word relationship. It has so beautiful
What about
beauty about it. No, but
I'm going to have to make this unanimous.
we don't
I
respect
agree.
it. We don't respect relationship
I
at all.
agree. I agree with these
It's not
two.
unanimous because I don't know.
Well, you know,
I don't care.
but because
that
you know,
on
this
side.
hear me out. Because of the fact that they're both very public figures, and you know the situation. It reflects
That's
me
why
too.
I am.
But if he was Joe Blow,
like you humiliated me.
but you know
After
what,
you
y'all.
finish your 9-to-5 job, go to McDonald's.
But
and I'm
y'all-
working to pay for your no.
But
listen,
No,
but I'm
she will
sure
not do
Hillary
that.
really
Loves her
I
husband.
mean, she loves him.
Well-
At the same time, I think she really penalized him for what he did.
Oh,
And I
sure.
would
We
do the
don't
same
know.
thing.
Sure.
What penalizing can
Hey,
you
maybe
do?
she deprived him of sex for 1 year.
Oh yeah, right.
Well,
He
no,
can get it at the office.
No,
But I tell you, if it was an average Joe, you know, I'm like her.
Oh, I
Roll
would
up this-
divorce. Yeah, I would
you know,
divorce you.
no, I'd make him suffer first.
Oh,
No, he'd have to be humiliated, and then you know the divorce.
You see
whatever.
how happy Hillary looks
see,
these days?
you see,
Maybe
that's
she
what they're
started
saying
doing
this country,
something
the
new
poor-
this time around.
the-
Maybe she changed. Maybe she changed her moves.
Or get a cigar.
Yeah,
She gets on top.
yeah.
Get that cigar working.
You see, well, that's what they said. The poor gets poorer.
This is
We're
why,
almost
right?
running out of time, so let me go. But you know, I thought this ad is very interesting. This woman is so happy. Said, Viagra, where have you been?
Oh my God.
So maybe he got some. But anyway.
She did too.
We're gonna run out of time. Let's do this. Mike Tyson, he's back in jail. The prosecutor said he was a ticking time bomb ready to explode. He has been diagnosed of being manic depressive. Do you think that he should have been in jail?
No, I don't think incarceration is the best way because first of all, he's been in jail before and he wasn't rehabilitated. I think what he needs to do is to seek outpatient, ongoing mental health services. He needs a private psychiatrist. He needs to be on medication and he needs to be treated. Putting him back in jail is not the solution. He's a time bomb and he needs help.
Why should he be identified or be chosen out among the other people who commit the same crime that he did? Because he's a celebrity, he has to be given just like the president as a husband has to be given special treatment. No.
But if
that's the law.
if you're interested in rehabilitating people, then what I'm saying is, if we know that he's a ticking time bomb and we know what he's capable, he can eat somebody's ear, then I don't think that going to prison, because he's just going for 1 year, and this time he kicked somebody. So the next time, what is he going to do? Cut somebody's head off?
No, by the time he comes
So he
out,
needs to be rehabilitated.
yeah, by the time he comes out, I think they have programs for ex-offenders, and I'm sure he's going to be thoroughly.
He's been in before.
No,
man.
before they accept him in his profession or whatever thing. Mike Tyson is no different from a little boy in my neighborhood who ends up going to jail and coming back out and committing the same crime and then go back to jail. What do they call it? Recidivism? Or when they go in and out of prisons like this? Sometimes the prison cell, well, we don't have a choice because that's the legal law that when you commit a crime, you have to be punished. When they lock you up in prison,
Well, I think the
it
legal
imprisons
system
the
should be
mind
taking,
too.
they should take a closer look at it because that may not be the way of resolving things because these people end up back in our communities and they do worse things. So, okay, let's
changing the entire policy, the legal law.
The whole
It's not
structure
going to
needs
work.
to be revamped.
revamp and give people who need help because the statistics show that there are more people. I think it's about 60 or 70% of people incarcerated are mentally, ill in one form or the other.
Is it not good that they take them off the street?
No, it's not. I mean,
We
this
will
is a
find a
person
place
who
for
needs
some
help. I
people.
work at Rikers Island part-time as a
You
mental
don't do it
health
on there,
Okay, and I mean, I see people like this, and some of them needs to be incarcerated. At the same time, some of them really need help.
Right,
And it's not an answer.
I think
All right.
everything goes back to the foundation. You understand the upbringing of the kids. That's why they need to really focus on raising kids in this community. As somebody who came into this new society, I find out that the kids are not brought up right. You understand? If you lose that
Well, I
foundation,
wouldn't say not brought up
that's it.
right, but I think the cultural system is a bit different.
Very
So
loose.
it's
It's too
different.
loose, too flexible.
The values are misplaced and
Okay,
misguided.
let's touch on this thing a little bit. The killing of the Guinean immigrant. Let's look at a clip of the mother. Yeah, let's take a look at that. I mean, that is a very, very sad story. But one thing, though, that I think everybody should know is that this was not a poor person. He was from a good home. And I think the image that America portrays outside the country is what influenced, because this is a person who's from upper middle class home, came to this country and worked as a street peddler and shot 41 times. I mean, I am not going to get into the legalities of it because we don't know what the facts are, but the fact still remains that 41 times is a lot of bullets. Any comments on that?
Yes,
That's a massacre. I mean,
That's a mass slaughter. That's not murder, that's slaughter.
It's unheard of. How
That's
it's
ridiculous.
Really insane.
No, but I was making an important point that Africans leave that soil and come here, even though he was rich and then happened to be the peddler. Sometimes maybe we run away from our culture. You know, we have some rigid African traditions, but the good side of running or migrating from another place might be, even though you might be stinking rich, you want to explore a new environment, but it's unfortunate that this boy has to give up his life like this, and I think the system will do its part. They said they have FBI investigators and the entire law, but I hate the police system in this country.
So, okay. Well, we have run out of time, and our hearts goes out to his family. There's a gentleman called Michael Butler who sent me this CD, and we're going to go out with his music. And he's right here. He's a very cute guy. All the girls find him very, very attractive. So you can call them. We'll give you Magdalene and Gifty together. Thank you for watching and listen to Michael Butler's music. If you are interested, he's on the web, and I think it's michaelbutler.com. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
I said so close, girl, we could kiss. It's the spot when you know that it's right. Second nature like riding a bike.